Hi, Casual Raccoon here, and today I'm gonna show you how to upgrade Katakuri deck with the cards released in the new Yamato starter deck ST-09. Here you can see all the cards available in the Yamato starter deck. Leader is not really stronger than Katakuri, so we are not going to focus on her right now, but rather how to make Katakuri even better. There are only 3 cards that I consider an upgrade, and let's speak about them a little bit. First card, very simple choice for upgrade here, is Yamato. Vanilla character card, 5 cost, 7k, 1000 counter power. As we already know, in current meta, 5 cost characters, especially the vanilla ones, are really strong. It's a big threat on board that must be removed as soon as possible, or you must be able to finish the game as soon as possible. In current meta, the biggest threats are 5 cost, notably 5 cost Marco, King Dew, 5 cost blocker low, and so on. Yamato is a big upgrade for Katakuri, as this is first yellow color 5 cost 7k power vanilla. And the point is, when we are going second with Katakuri, our curve is nice and we have no problems playing our cards on curve. However, when we go first, we don't have any real card to play on 5 down turn, so our turn number 3. Yamato fills the gap here, feels really good against leaders with 5k power, but it's still a threat into Whitebeard. With 1 down investment we can swing 8k, or we can keep her standing and start swinging big numbers towards the end of the game, as Whitebeard is lacking defensive cards right now after the restriction. Another card to speak about is event card Narikabura Arrow. It's a counter event. If you have 2 or less life cards, give up to one of your opponent's leader or character cards minus 3000 power during this turn. Very strong effect. It sounds similar to Guard Point from red decks, but there is a condition that we must have 2 or less life cards to make the counter active. However, as opposed to Guard Point, we don't get plus 3000 power, but rather we make one of the characters or leaders minus 3000 power during this turn. It means this card is really strong into matchups like Kit, where they can play cards, or a leader that can do multiple swings in one turn, or even low, when they are playing restant low to swing multiple times with their blocker lows or Zoros. Trigger effect, you may trash 2 cards from your hand, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life card, so similar trigger like already known Ikoku event. Very nice if opponent tries to rush you down and you put this card as your last life to prevent one more attack. And the third card may be surprising here, Ugetsu Omusubi. It's 3 cost, 4000 power character with 1k counter, trigger KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less, and add this card to your hand. So basically we never want to play this card, we want to trigger this card, especially in a matchup like Zoro and low. I think it's okay to take the life. Oh, that's a big trigger. Bye bye Bonnie. It comes clutch in these matchups to ease out the pressure from our opponent a little bit, and it's still 1k counter card in hand. Here I have deck example in current meta, including all the 3 new cards from the starter deck. I playtested it. It doesn't differ much from the previous version. Like I said, it's an upgrade, so the changes are not so big, just 3 different cards. The ratio of Big Mom and Katakuri you can obviously change. The same for Daifuku and Cracker, depending what do you like more. But all the other cards I would rather not touch, like the ratios for Perospero or Big Mom or even Shirahoshi. Playing 4 cards of them I think is really important. 2k counters obviously like Sanji, Pudding or Streusen. We want to keep them at 12. Searcher stays the same. Pudding, unfortunately, she cannot search for Yamato or for the event, but we have much better targets to search for. The overall strategy is still the same. Try to play on curve as much as possible. If you are going second, maybe you have Searcher in hand. Second turn, play your Cracker or Daifuku. Afterwards, turn number 6 is the most flexible one. Maybe you want to slot in Yamato there and swing with your leader for 7k. Or maybe you want to attach Don to your characters and swing with them. Turn with 8 Don, normally Katakuri. If you have Shirahoshi on board, you can use her defensively to trigger her once again to wash your hands and get good cards in your hand. And obviously late game strategy, just start chaining those big mums and just outstand your opponent. When you are going first, now we have much nicer curve. If possible, we play our Searcher into Perospero next turn, and then our MVP Yamato, big body on board, and we can start pressuring our opponent. Then we can always place Big Mom for 7 Don on our turn number 4, or we can use the Dons differently depending on a matchup. And then we are going into 9 and 10 Don territory, where we have our stars like Katakuri and Big Mom. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Take it easy.